and this is my leftovers, fried rice and some paneer, palak paneer. More specifically, I am live, we're live. I'm just gonna eat my leftovers while I wait for people to join. If you're already in bed, well, I hope that you've taken your phone with you and you can still see us and still join us on this amazing live that we're about to have. If you are new here, welcome, welcome. If you're old here, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining if you're about to join. And indeed, welcome one and welcome all. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day to all. Australia, New Zealand, I will say your names first this time. Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, South America, Antarctica, the Arctic, Greenland, the polar bears, everybody. Welcome and thank you for being here. Goodness gracious me. I'm going to share the live and I'm going to hope that many of you will join and we can chit chat and hang out. Oh no, Fuji. Fuji is trying to lick my palak paneer container. No, 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 no. Let's not do that. And here I am. Here I am. I hope to say hello to many of you tonight. Many indeed. It's been a pretty good day. It's been cloudy today in Boston. That's your weather report for the day. But we are pretty forgiving of the Boston weather now that it's spring and the days are longer. Indeed, we are actually quite thankful, quite relieved that the winter days that are short and dark and very much non-existent are currently sort of becoming longer and more doable. And so we are quickly forgiving of the very short and dark days that we've been through. And now we're enjoying spring and the magnolias and other flowers that are blooming in Boston, which I'm hoping to show you very, very soon, actually. Maybe we'll do some, excuse me, maybe we'll do some day lives in Boston downtown very soon. Welcome. Thank you for joining if you're joining. What am I doing? Oh, wait. Actually, I also need to do one other thing. 1 second. So, I received a package. I hope this is what I think it is. Let me get this out of the way. The sponsor of this live. See, here's the package. Let me get this out of the way. And then the sponsor will know that I have done the do. My food was right here. I had to move it because it's still very hot, actually. The bowl might be hotter than the actual food, but anyways. Welcome! Thank you for joining if you're joining. Welcome one. Welcome all. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Elise Infinity Random Vids. Hello. Hi. How are you? How are you doing tonight? I'm dressed a little bit like a Christmas tree. Hello, what's the channel about? This channel is about cats and physics, and currently we're eating, and then we're going to chit chat, and then we're going to hang out, and then we're going to cover some cosmology from a book called A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. We've been talking about the early universe. We will continue that. We will hang out and catch up with everybody. We will say all your usernames, we will do shout outs, and we will read all your comments that you write. So please do put your chat messages in the live here. Thank you so much. Elise Infinity, hello. Normal White Guy says hello. Elise also says good. Stella says hi, I love your channel. Thank you so much. Thank you, Stella. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Universe, for this opportunity to be here and to say hi to everybody. Elise says hi. Hello, what's the channel about? I answered that. So we're going to talk about cosmology eventually, but in the first half an hour or so, we're going to chit chat, hang out, and just kind of get settled. I'm going to eat some food. I'm going to hang out with everybody that joins, and I'm going to open this package, which I think is from a sponsor. And I don't want to get in trouble. Lately, I've been accepting more of these affiliate type of things. And, okay, yeah, what is this? This is Floral Essential Oils Set. Top 6 Aromatherapy Oils Gift Set. So that's what this is. Let me clip that so I can make a video out of this later on. Home fragrance for diffusers, home care, candle making, etc. So All Life Store is the sponsor for tonight's live, and that is spelled as AUELIFE, All Life Store, and they're on Amazon and other places. So thank you so much, All Life. And let's see what this package looks like. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is quite cute. Oh my gosh, All Life Floral Premium Fragrance Oil Set. Wow. Ooh, also thank you so much. Thank you so much for liking the live. Please do continue and like the live more. Yes, indeed. Can you please like the live, everybody? 5 of you, please do like the live. And please do share, like, share, subscribe, have children, make them like the live too. And things like that, you know, things like that. Wade Harris says hi, hello. K Moni says hello. Actually, I'm going to share the live real quick before I open this excellent packaging of the All Life Floral premium fragrance oil sets. You know, the last sponsor that I think announced here was a mouthwash. Then I got glasses. Then I've got now essential oils or fragrance oils sets. So thank you so much, sponsors, for these products, and for implying that I need the help with the smells. Thank you so much indeed. Okay, and we will talk about the universe, of course, so don't you worry about that. This is my other phone with the big noise. Goodness gracious me, that was very loud. I had to minimize the volume before I decide to share it. So 1 second. Well, let me just say we are live. I am dressed a bit like a Christmas tree. See or Christmas colors. I know it's not really Christmas, but here's the red, here's the ornaments, here's the green, and some other bling. We are live. Okay, I shared it. Okay, Moni, hello. Okay, so I'm gonna clip it again, and I'm actually gonna open it. It's gonna make some noises, which will be like an ASMR box opening event. ASMR unboxing right here, right now. I hope that the audio is good. Find out later. If you're joining, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you. Please do like the live and like, share, subscribe. I'm about to eat as well, but the food is hot, so I am going to open this thing. I have to do these unboxing videos for the sponsor, so hang in there as I do this, show you what this all looks like. Oh my god, oh, that smells very good. Oh my gosh, oh, that smells very good. As soon as I took out the plastic wrapping around it, it started to smell extremely good. Caution, do not ingest, for external use only. Avoid contact with eyes and other sensitive areas. Keep out of reach of children. Placed in a ventilated, cool, dark place. If pregnant or nursing, consult a doctor before use, okay? Hello, Kimoni. Hi, Elise. Hi, Stella. Hello, Wade. Hello, Kimoni. Box includes lilac, blossoms, lavender, chamomile, jasmine, rose, gardenia. The product name is Essential Oil, All Life, Plants Extracts. Oh my gosh, wow. It's called Floral Premium Fragrance Oils Set. Wow. And it's so cute. Look at this. It's a very nice looking. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, and these actually smell very nice. Oh my god, this is the chamomile smell. Ah, I'm feeling relaxed already. Oh my gosh. Steven Spears. Hey all, I hope all are good tonight. Thank you, Steven. We're doing the sponsor product placement thing right now, but we're about to do some eating and some universe chatting really soon. Lavender. Oh my gosh. Wow. Jasmine. That's next. Wow. 10 milliliters of 0.33 fluid ounces is in this thing. Maybe I can add this to like a pedicure mix type of thing. This is rose. Look at how cute the box is. Do you see this? Look at how cute it is. And look at the pink. Look at this pink color. Oh my gosh. Validity 3 years. Date of production, enclosed packing. The date of the expiration is 2028. Good. I'll just have to do a lot of pedicures and whatever else with this until that time. Made with 100% pure steam distilled essential oils. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Okay. Gardenia is the next one. Wow. I think I like the gardenia. In fact, maybe I'll open this one. I've been talking about my book tonight with someone. Got some suggestions to improve the story. Steven! Wow. Oh my God. That's a pretty strong smell right there. It is called Lilac Blossoms. Steven, tell us about your book. Did you make any more edits to the alien invasion type book that you were writing? Is that the one you're about to talk about? Is that the one you're talking about? The one with the different planets and the different worlds and whatnot? And who did you get suggestions from? I know nobody, Doro is not here. I think he was interested in your book, along with some other people. Wow, this Lilac Blossoms is quite strong. I think I like the Gardenia more. This is especially strong, actually. Indeed. Indeed, this is quite strong. But I think it was the Gardenia that I really liked. I'm gonna, like, I can already smell it even though I hadn't opened the bottle. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I think I add this to like a bath or like my pedicure basin type thing, or just sit here smelling this. For relaxation purposes, de-stress and relaxation. Anyway, that's the sponsor of today. Everybody, thank you so much for your patience. Of course, when you're seeing this as a video upload, you can fast forward through this part if you are not interested. But thank you so much, everybody who is live, for your patience. And thank you so much when you see this later on as a video as well for your patience. And we will now get to the next part. The Star Wars style books. It was an AI app. The person I talked to gave me some ideas to improve the story, but I'm in a writer's block right now. Oh no. Well, do you need anything? Do you want to bounce any ideas off of us? Here's the Gardenia. I think that's my favorite. Gardenia Premium Fragrance Oil Set. Do not take orally. It's a DIY perfume and candle scent. Baji. No, Baji. Baji's going after my... So you can put this in soaps, lotions, creams, hair and body care products, cleaning products, room sprays, laundry fragrances, and aroma diffusers. Oh. I should also check whether this is safe for kitty cats, because that's pretty much the main thing here. Pretty much the main thing here. The main consideration in this household. But thank you so very much, All Life, AUELIFE, All Life on Amazon, for these really cute bottles of essential oil fragrances, floral fragrance oils set, which has been really fun to open and do an unboxing with. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. These actually smell really good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Olive. Wow. Quite a unique product that I did not know about. I did not know that people make their own lotions and whatnot out of this. I want to include the Andromeda Galaxy in my story, but don't know where to begin, as my last book ends with a probe ending up in the Andromeda Galaxy. Well, Andromeda is quite far, but even though it's close, it's far, right? So maybe you could talk about the galaxy merger. Eventually Andromeda will merge with us, so maybe it could cut to where we have already merged and bring like two different galaxy populations together, maybe, as the fiction. So this is some leftover fried rice and palak paneer. That I'm eating. We won't stay up too late, but we will read about cosmology. I think we'll finish up the universe stuff and then Arrow of Time. Baji. No Baji. I create a jump gate where it connects the Milky Way with the Andromeda Galaxy and shortens travel time to hours, not years. A jump gate. So is that like a wormhole? Like a black hole thing or what? Oh. It's like a technology in the story. Baji. No Baji. Baji's afraid of packaging. So to keep him out of my food, I'm using the packaging from All Life. Yeah, but artificially created. Okay. I see. Artificially created. So, is it like a book that is like a series? Yeah. Story happens 1,000 years in our future. Yeah. It's a series. Okay. Do you have the first one done already? This is gonna be like an eating ASMR. Someone told me that I can't do ASMR. Hello, Diegost. Are you the guy from DC? It's handwritten. Just have to get Microsoft Word or something to put it on the computer. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, Steven. Handwritten. That's right. I think you told me that before. Can you please like the live? No habla English. But Diego's, I seem to remember you. I think you're from DC, aren't you? Or am I thinking of someone else? Didn't we talk about Washington? CC, I see. Uh-huh. Trying to trick me. Mayborn. Oh my gosh. Well, soon to be happy birthday. Oh. Muy bien. Very good. Okay. Thank you for being here. Did you like the live? Can we get 10 likes, even though there's only 4 people here at the moment, but still one can ask? Thank you, Steven. So it's handwritten. Oh, this paneer was so good. It was much needed. I feel like more than like meat, I like paneer. Doro, can you shut up? And also thank you for being here. Doro, Steven has important things to share with you. A lot has been happening with his book and his life. And he has missed you. How are your travels? I'm eating. I had to do some essential oil stuff. Now we're past that point. Thank you for liking the live. How are you doing? How's the trips? I missed you all too. Life has been picking up. Travels are fun, but so busy, lots of miles. That's the best kind of miles. Diego's 417, thank you so much for the hearts. So if you're born in May, why is your number 417? Shouldn't there be a 5 there somewhere? But I do like 417. I like it. It has special meaning to me, actually. I do have some ideas for my next book that includes the Andromeda Galaxy, but have no idea how to start it. Miss you too, Doro. Aww, look at you. Look at you. Look at the buddies in my chat. Look at all the buddies in my chat. Aww. Life has been picking up, huh? How nice. What's been happening? Muy bien. Diego, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. And by the way, Doro, this is my eating ASMR section of the live. And I think people are going to love it. It's going to be really soothing and calming. Very soothing. Very. I'd read Stephen's book. I know! It's handwritten though. Stephen, you have to photocopy and send it to Dora. You could just take a lot of pictures of the book, Stephen, and post it on Instagram. It could be fun as pictures, because then it's like every day. Baji? Are you okay? Oh my gosh. Baji came down from his tower and it felt like an earthquake. Baji. It was Baji coming down from a tower. Causing an earthquake. Okay. Your streams are usually good. ASMR, physics, cats, whatever. Aww. Thank you. Thank you. My streams are usually good. ASMR, cats, physics, whatever. Aww. Steven says it's in cursive. So I can read cursive. I was trained. I had to write in cursive or I would get beat in school at one point. After that, it didn't matter. You know how certain things are like important at a certain grade and then they let it go? Yeah, cursive was one of those things. I experienced violence in my school. Oh no. Oh, sorry about that. It's in cursive. What was that? Don't talk about earthquakes. I survived one. Oh gosh. Oh no. We can still read cursive. We really can. Myself, Reese, we're all getting old. We can still read cursive. So yes, Stephen, if you want to post your storybook page by page, in fact, Stephen, this is a brilliant idea. I think you should get an Instagram account and post your story page by page in your cursive writing, in your original cursive writing, and post it as pictures on Instagram. And we will all go there and read a page every single day. And you should just keep on going for forever. And we will keep on reading the book with you. And then we can discuss it here as well. I say, forget about converting it. Just post it on Instagram. You know, like, get the content rolling. You know what I mean? Get the content rolling. Because honestly, we just want to read your book. We don't really care if you put it as a Kindle on Amazon. Like, I have books on Kindle as Amazon, and Amazon takes like 40% cuts or something. Like, I see 0.3 cents. Amazon sees $300. I mean, I don't really have a book that's costly, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So honestly, I'll try that and I could share my drawings too. Yes! Honestly, now we're talking content. Now we're talking real content. Your cursive writing, your excelentamente handwriting, the book, the story, page by page, posted on Instagram with the drawings is content that we are all aching to consume. Aching. Indeed, aching. In fact, my heart will break now if you don't do this, Stephen. And I mean that seriously. But I need an editor. Stephen, this sounds like excuses to me. Excuses. YouTube Shorts using AI. That's true. You could also do YouTube Shorts with it. But I think if it's going to be pictures, you might just do Instagram, you know? I would legitimately read your book. Whenever I'm not busy, I'll check it out for sure. Aww. See, we're all buddy-buddy here in the chat. We support each other's books as pictures. Yes, Stephen, I will point out that you mentioned this book quite a bit ago. We were younger then. We were. and it's still not out, and now you're giving the excuse of an editor. And I really would like to point out that this sounds like an excuse and a perfectionism disease than a reason. We would love to read your book, darling. Post it. Post it on Instagram with the cursive and all. Don't change a thing. In fact, we want to see some scratched out things. We want to see some scratched out. I'm a perfectionist. That's not a good thing, Stephen. Are you a Virgo? Actually, I know your sun sign. What is it again? Oh shit, isn't it Scorpio? Stephen, you're a Scorpio, right? Since when do water signs care about perfectionism? Since when? Be the Scorpio death card as a change card and change your perfectionism. There is no such thing as perfect, so chill. Raikudo says to chill. Well, I don't know if we can chill about this very exciting development that we're about to perhaps encounter. But Stephen, we're looking forward to the book on Instagram. Just as pictures. Get off the pot, Stephen. Oh my gosh! When I draw, if I see an empty spot on it, I need to fill that spot. Okay, that's fine. Stephen, we're not suggesting that you withdraw from your natural tendencies. We're just saying whatever these natural tendencies are, put it on Instagram for us to consume. I don't know who I am. I think I'm possessed. I think I'm excited. I'm excited for Stephen's book on Instagram. In fact, I really now do not want to see it on Kindle. I know Kindle, Amazon is going to take 40% cut from you when you sell the book. Might as well put it on Instagram as pictures, page by page by page. It's a new way of reading a book. And the people who follow you will keep on reading. I need to get an Instagram account first, but oh my gosh! Yes, of course. Getting an Instagram account is very easy, Stephen. Do you have Facebook? Most old people do. So then Facebook's account, username, and password will work with Instagram too. Instagram is an app on your phone. You go to the App Store and you download it and you put in your same username and password as Facebook. I do, but do not go on it anymore. Oh, that's a great... we all have Boomer Book in here. Doro, tell him how to do Instagram right now. Stephen, you get it on the App Store. Then you just make... In fact, Stephen, forget about your Facebook. Get a new account. Name it the book name. Andromeda, Tales of Andromeda. Something like that, right? So that we will know that this is your book account. So forget the old Facebook account. Get a new account on Instagram. Name the name Tales of Andromeda. No. Andromeda, right? So it has to be something A. It has to be an A name. Andromeda Angels. No. Make a new one. Andromeda Anthems. Something, the name, the Instagram account, the same name as the book name. And you know what you could do is you should just get the book as pictures on Instagram as posts. Like do a daily post on Instagram, right? A daily post, a page out of this book, Anthem of our Andromeda. Andromeda. Ancillary now. I'm sure he has a name already, but now I'm thinking too much about this. I'm sure he has thought of a name. The person is the writer of this book. So, Stephen, put a page out of your book, your handwritten book, on Instagram as a post every single day. We will, see your post. We will read it. I installed Instagram just now, but we'll send out a page or two a day. But I'll start with book number 1. I have no name for all my books. Stephen, tell me the topic. I'll come up with a name right now. It is what I do for a living. Andromeda. No. There's drama in this, right? Andromeda. Stephen, we will come up with a name right the frick now. Oh, it's like naming a baby. I love it so much. I love it so much. Andromeda murders. No, Andromeda. Oh, you said there was a technology that you have in the book for getting to Andromeda quickly. Drama of our cosmos. No. The D and the C, they're not going. All the housewives will love it. Are you serious? Yeah, I don't name things. I will have a name for you, I promise. A jump gate. That's right. There's a jump gate. So this has to do with travel and Andromeda and the galaxies. So you know how people name things Guardians of Galaxies? See the G and the G? You can't have the drama and the cosmos. That's a D and a C. No. Absolute freaking mente nota. You can't have drama of cosmos. You have to have Andromeda. It has to be an A. Tell that to AC/DC. Who the frick is that? You better, Stephen, or I'm gonna call Britney Spears. Andromeda authors, for example. Andromeda. Who is AC? Oh, AC/DC, like direct current and alternating current, you mean? God. Right now my mind is on words. When I think about words, I forget everything else. I don't know any science. Oh, I do know science, but I don't know that it's a band. Afterwards, science comes. I definitely didn't think of a band. I see. AC/DC is a band. I see. I blissfully live under a rock. For entertainment, I sing myself. So, no, I don't know this band. Andromeda artillery. Bullets. Do you have violence in this story? Artillery. AAA. Anti-aircraft Andromeda. No, I'm just going. I'm a slug and I live under a rock. Yes, I do. You have violence? You have violence in the book? Do you even know English? This is why I went to literature classes. Right here. This is my life coming full circle. This is why I love literature. This is why I went to literature classes. This is why I was teacher's pet in every literature class I've ever taken in my whole entire life. I know speak English. Stephen, we're going to figure this out. Andromeda. Ancillary, no. Artillery. Anthropogenic, no. You know, A names are hard, I will say. My name starts with an O and it's not easy for most people. But A names are artillery in the Andromeda Alt 1. Part 1. Also, can you include Sagittarius in the book? Have you included Sagittarius A star in the book? I really hope you have. If you don't have Sagittarius A star in the book, I will be mad. I don't like discrimination against black holes. Supermassive ones. Do not leave out my favorite black hole. You're welcome. Now upload the book. Thank you, Stephen, for sharing. This has been most wonderful. I do love a little word thinking. I do love it. And naming things, oh my God, I love it. Baji. I don't do horoscopes. Hello, Raikudo. You don't do horoscopes? What do you mean? Where's the horoscopes coming from? Astrology, you mean? Why? As in what do you mean? How's that relevant? Oh, you mean like constellations and things or what? I do have the Alpha Centauri binary star system. Good. Proxima Centauri, Alpha Centauri system. I live in a black hole. So you live in a black hole in the book, you mean? Or horoscopes are fun. I always hear my secretary tell me mine. Doro, aren't you a Pisces? Well, your birthday is done. Your birthday is done for this year. I've not gotten that far yet. Good. That's okay, Stephen. Just page by page, post it and we'll read it and go along with you. We'll read along as you write along. Ooh, and that might actually help with your writer's block because now you have enthusiastic readers waiting for the next page to come out. You have no excuse. We are dying. We're dying to read this, Stephen. You must. I am Andre. I don't believe in astrology. In real life, I live in a black hole. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just didn't know if where the astrology relevance is in your book. You just don't believe in astrology. Got it. That's fine. That's cool. It's a science fiction book. You don't have to believe in astrology for that, right? But Sagittarius A star is an important black hole for our own galaxy. So that's why I was mentioning that. Nothing to do with astrology. Baji. Those types of journeys are fun. Yes! Writer's block. Stephen, you were saying you have writer's block. Not anymore. Oh my God. This is what Instagram is made for. And I'm sure your cursive writing is very good art. It'll be like a wholesome art, each post, you know? Your cursive writing, the story, the drawings. And now you can do a lot of drawings and not worry about converting it, you know? Oh, no, 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 no. When you brought up Sagittarius A star, I thought you were talking about Sagittarius, the sign, not the black hole. Oh, no, 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 no. I mean the black hole. Is Sagittarius A star, you know, the black hole, the supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy. That's the one I want in the story. I'm not saying astrology. It's that oh yeah, I forgot. Sagittarius is the fire sign at the end of the year. Towards the end of the year. Well, actually, is it the last one? No, Capricorn is the last one, I believe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Sagittarius system is the black hole system at the galactic center. We've talked about it. How come? We have talked about this, class. We've talked about this on these lives. Sagittarius A star. Yes, of course. Good job, Raikudo. Now you know. Good job. Thank you for being here. When you brought up, yes, I meant the black hole. Instagram definitely needs more culture. Steven can help. Seriously, though. Instagram does need more culture. I know now. Gotcha. That's what they named it. I'm new here. You've had so many gooners that people have forgotten. What? About the black hole? How could you? How could you? Hello, Faze. I'll be back. Then they don't want me. I have no culture. What do you mean? Faze says hey. Hello. Hi, Faze. I watched too many Tyson videos and your stream popped up. Good. Good to Neil deGrasse. I spend more time than Neil deGrasse explaining things. He's a big guy, so good job. Thank you for being here. We will definitely fill your cosmology cup. If you have a cosmology empty cup, we will fill it. We love to talk about astronomy, astrophysics, physics, and cosmology. We're about to do that in just a second, actually. In like 2 more minutes, we will talk about the universe. Steven says, joking. Steven, know this. When I am mega busy coming up, I want to read your book ASAP. Aww. Faye says, how was your day? Why do you ask, darling? Why do you ask? Well, I was using him as background noise. My eyes look less black now. Do you see that? Do you see that? Are my eyes black or brown? I was using him as background noise. Now, not that I wasn't memorizing, but I'm constantly multitasking. Look at you, Raikudo. It's wild. I come in here all the time. I never rarely ask personal questions. Good job. Good. Good. Good indeed. Oindri is no. I did go swimming. Maybe the endorphins. They're pitch black. I did go swimming. The endorphins do affect me. This is why I need swimming. All right, I finished my food. We're gonna talk about the universe now. So we've been talking about the early universe, and we've almost wrapped up the chapter by Stephen Hawking in A Brief History of Time, which is on the early as well as the fate of the universe. Then next is Arrow of Time and sort of a meaning more of time. So that's what's next, and that's what we're going to cover. And we need to finish this topic up soon because this book is actually due back at the library. So yeah, we're gonna keep on keeping on. I'm trying to create an account, but I can't get past my birthday. What? What do you mean? What? I'm trying to create an account, but I can't get past my birthday. As in, they don't like your birthday? My birthday is in November. Here, Steven, go like this. There's probably... See the numbers? Just try to scroll them, and the numbers will move. And try to find the month of November. And it doesn't have to be your exact birthday. You could put maybe November 1st, 1959, something like that. Okay? The numbers will scroll and move. Is that helpful? Anyway, but yeah, my swimming was good. Ooh, and guess what? Today I went to the library and it was closed. How could they? How could they? So then I had to go to a cafe. How could they? Okay. Don't dox yourself, Steven. Well, let him do November 1st. How about that? I don't think he likes to lie. Doro. Unlike some people. The library. Okay, let me put these in the dishwasher. And then come back, okay? With the book. Because Baji has been eyeing all of my food constantly. Always stay anonymous. I spent most of the day stuck under a sleeping cat. As you should. Right, Kudo? Good job. 1 second. under the cat, living heated cat mattress. Mattress, yes. Okay, I have a blanket on my legs because I'm wearing a kind of short dress. So my legs are getting cold. So put a blanket there. See, this is the dress. It's red and black. I'm gonna... Oh, you're leaving? Good night. We're ready for your book, yes. Good night to the people with the corporate jobs. Good night. Sleep tight. Sweet dreams. I'm tired, very long day. Okay. Good night. Thank you. Thank y'all. It's a lot of light, isn't it? It's a lot of light, isn't it? What time is it? 56:32 minutes on the timer. Okay, so let's see. We left off where we were talking about singularities. And in fact, I showed you a picture of the universe with certain like North Pole, South Pole type of things. So we will continue from there. Steven, good luck with your Instagram account. We are awaiting breathlessly to see your book there. I'm going to continue to read and talk about the cosmology stuff from A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. And we will continue in this next section of the live stream. But I will occasionally glance at the comments as well. So if you're here, if you're coming in, please do say something in the chat and I will read your comment and give you a shout out. Steven says, no, I was able to find my Instagram account. I had one. You had one. Good. You could just change the name of that one and name that Andromeda. I love the library. I found John Grisham, lives in Charlottesville area here in Virginia. Really? I've read his stuff. John Grisham. Does he live in Virginia? Goodness, I didn't know that. I was able to find my Instagram account. Okay, good. So we left off where we were talking about the singularities and whatnot. And remember, of course, the Big Bang is a singularity, and it's not really very nice in general relativity to have these singularities. And the other singularity type, of course, is a black hole. So we were kind of discussing along those lines last time, and so we will wrap this topic up and go towards arrow of time here soon. So let's see. And I showed you the pictures last time, sort of the universe with sort of the Big Bang and the North Pole, South Pole, increasing imaginary time. Remember also that time works kind of differently, whether you do it in the general relativity way or the quantum way. And also the fact, again, singularity poses sort of a point of disagreement between the quantum approach and the general relativity approach. Okay, so keep those things in mind as we continue. So let's read. So let me go here. If the universe really is in such a quantum state, there would be no singularities in the history of the universe in imaginary time. So if you use imaginary time as well to describe the universe, then you don't actually need the singularity, which is sort of a pain point in general relativity. Maybe not. It might seem, therefore, that was 1 second. I moved this thing and actually put this here. Let me put this here. Okay, can you see? Okay, so as indicated above, the real importance of the singularity theorems was that they showed that the gravitational field must become so strong that quantum gravitational effects could not be ignored. This in turn led to the idea that the universe could be finite in imaginary time, but without boundaries or singularities. When one goes back to the real time in which we live, however, there will still appear to be singularities. The poor astronaut who falls into a black hole will still come to a sticky end only if he lived in imaginary time would he encounter no singularities. So in the imaginary time way of doing things in quantum, you can actually avoid that. But as you know, generally when we take a measurement or we talk about any real events, those are not in imaginary time or imaginary type of math. This might suggest that the so-called imaginary time is really the real time. And that what we call real time is just a figment of our imaginations. In real time, hello Sin Miedo. Hello Excito. Hello Sin Miedo. How are you? In real time, the universe has a beginning and an end at singularities that form a boundary to space-time and at which the laws of science break down. So in the real time, the universe has a beginning, which is the Big Bang. And if it were to have an end, it would be the Big Crunch, maybe. And those are singularities. And this is where science kind of breaks down at these singularities. But in imaginary time, there are no singularities or boundaries. So maybe what we call imaginary time is really more basic, and what we call real is just an idea that we invent to help us describe what we think the universe is like. But according to the approach I described in chapter 1, that is Stephen Hawking, a scientific theory is just a mathematical model we make to describe our observations. It exists only in our minds. So it is meaningless to ask which is real or imaginary. Hello, Andre. Hi, Stephen. Hello, Sinmiedo. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Can we get 10 likes? Can we? So which is real or imaginary time? It is simply a matter of which is the more useful description. One can also use the sum over histories along with the no boundary proposal to find which properties of the universe are likely to occur together. For example, one can calculate the probability that the universe is expanding at nearly the same rate in all different directions at a time when the density of the universe has its present value. In the simplified models that have been examined so far, this probability turns out to be high. That is, the proposed no boundary condition leads to the prediction that it is extremely probable that the present rate of expansion of the universe is almost the same in each direction. This is consistent with the observations of the microwave background radiation, which show that it has almost exactly the same intensity in any direction. So as we know, the cosmic microwave background radiation temperature has been measured for almost, I believe it's been a while, like a couple of decades worth of measurements and whatnot, and we keep finding that it's about the same average temperature no matter which direction you do this measurement in and which direction you look, pretty much. If the universe were expanding faster in some directions than in others, the intensity of the radiation in those directions would be reduced by an additional redshift. So if the universe had an expansion which was different in a certain direction, for example, faster in a particular direction than some other particular direction, then we would see a difference in the CMB temperature in that direction, okay? It would, the intensity of the radiation in those directions would be reduced by an additional redshift because that part of the universe has receded more, is accelerating away more than other parts of the universe if this were to happen. Further predictions of the no boundary condition are currently being worked out. So this whole like boundary thing, like, is there really a boundary? Or is the universe kind of flat, infinite, and sort of expanding in every direction in sort of the same way, you know? So a particularly interesting problem is the size of the small departures from uniform density in the early universe that caused the formation first of the galaxies, then of the stars, and finally of us. So that's the other thing, is that there are small perturbations to the smooth universe. These are called higher order perturbations of the smooth universe, or little overdensities in the smooth universe, where things are not quite as uniform as when we say uniform, right? Not perfectly uniform. There are some higher order perturbations to the uniformness, or the homogeneity. So, but those little perturbations away from totally smooth, basically roughness or overdensities, is how we got the galaxies and the stars and ultimately us, because of course we're part of the, this solar system comes from a gigantic gas cloud that condensated to make the sun and the planets and planetesimals and whatnot, and now we're here. But again, that gas cloud probably comes from the death of some star, and that star comes from another maybe previous star, and then galaxies. All this stuff is really a result of the inhomogeneity in the completely smooth but not really completely smooth universe. At a very large scale, the universe looks very uniform, very homogeneous, and very isotropic. But actually, there are these little overdensities, which led to the formation of galaxies, stars, and ultimately us. So it's very important, these overdensities. The what caused those overdensities is also a very important topic that we'll get into. Hello, Andre. Hello, Haru. Hello, Mike D. Thank you. Present teacher, good. Roll number 21, good. Thank you for being here. Hello. Can we get 10 likes? New people? Late people? The ones who are late and coming into class just now. Can we get 20 likes? Can we get 10 likes? Roll number 21. Let's do it. So the galaxies, the stars, how all of these were made is an important question as well. So particularly interesting problem is the size of the small departures from uniform density. So what is the meaning of small departures from uniform density? The overdensities, little roughnesses around a completely uniform density, are basically higher order perturbations, or little departures from complete uniformness, okay? And these little departures in complete uniformness is what caused the universe to form galaxies, stars, and us, ultimately. Hello, Baji. Baji's over here. No, Baji. He's trying to lick something. A particularly interesting problem is the size of the small departures from uniform density in the early universe that caused the formation first of the galaxies, then of stars, and finally of us. The uncertainty principle implies that the early universe cannot have been completely uniform, because there must have been some uncertainties or fluctuations in the positions and velocities of the particles. So it could not have been completely uniform. There must have been certain little fluctuations. So this is another way of calling it. it's not completely homogeneous. There are certain small departures from the complete uniformness or complete homogeneity, and those are called little fluctuations or little perturbations. And these perturbations are higher order terms, like they're not huge perturbations or huge fluctuations, they're tiny fluctuations, okay? Rule number 21. Thank you for being here, Haru, Mike D, Andre, Steven. Galaxy Turbo Twister. Can we get 10 likes? Baji. What's up, Baji? Okay, so the uncertainty principle implies that the early universe cannot have been completely uniform because there must have been some uncertainties. Yes, Baji. Baji is also saying that he's coming to class. The uncertainty principle implies that the early universe cannot have been completely uniform because there must have been some uncertainties or fluctuations in the positions and velocities of the particles. Using the no boundary condition, we find that the universe must, in fact, have started off with just the minimum possible non-uniformity allowed by the uncertainty principle. Guess who has joined us in class? Here's Baji baby. Say hi to Baji. Oh. Say hi. Steven says, oh, by the way, hummingbirds are migrating north now. We have a few visiting my house right now during the day. Really? You know Hindi? Of course I know Hindi. What's up, Haru? Hello, Steven. Hello, everybody. I have to give Baji some reassurances at this time, and then we'll get back to the topic. Here is Baji. Oh, oh. Okay, so little uncertainty, little fluctuations. So the universe would have, or sorry, using the no boundary, there are little fluctuations in the positions and velocities of the particles. So not just about antimatter and matter being unbalanced. Antimatter and matter are unbalanced because there are more processes that make matter than antimatter, and there are processes that annihilate antimatter. So non-uniformity means that there would have been little fluctuations in the positions and velocities of particles in the early universe to form these slight departures from completely uniform and completely homogeneous universe, which would have led to overdensities, which then led to galaxies and stars and eventually us. So it's not just about the particle-antiparticle imbalance. That is explained by the fact that there are more processes that make particles than make antiparticles, okay? So once again, uncertainty principle implies that the early universe cannot have been completely uniform because there must have been, basically just think about it, if the matter did not start to collect, as in it did not start to move or be sort of differently in some spots, how would we have galaxies? Galaxies are ultimately the matter kind of collecting more in some spots than others, right? And same thing with stars. So this sort of thing, ultimately giving gravitation a chance to win in certain spots, basically, right? Because all of this, if the universe was all uniform and expanding and anti-gravity is winning, we would not have galaxies, stars, and us. This is all sort of gravity getting a chance sometimes. And actually, This is the topic of large-scale structure formation, basically the formation of galaxies, etc., at a large scale in the universe, is something that we consider that to be a very important topic, and something that that dark matter might also play a very important role in. And so that's a topic of active research, and we are still trying to understand it. But pretty much this mystery of how large-scale structure happened in this universe, how the galaxies came to be, is not a trivial matter. We understand that they must have that there must have been these fluctuations in positions and velocities of the different types of things. Otherwise, why would we get the galaxies, right? You can see Baji as well. It's okay, Baji. You can stay. Oh, no. Baji wants to get down now. Black hole absorbs everything. So not really. If you don't cross the event horizon of a black hole, then it will not eat you. If you maintain distance from a black hole, then you'll be fine. The black holes don't absorb everything. You have to fall into a black hole, and then it's going to be hard to come out, but as in impossible to come out. But black holes don't, in fact, absorb everything. Okay? You have to be more specific than that. I live on a farm surrounded by trees, so hopefully we'll have hatchlings again this summer. Aww. Okay, so the universe would have, the uncertainty principle implies that the early universe cannot have been completely uniform, because there must have been some uncertainties or fluctuations in the positions and velocities of the particles. So that's the other thing too, that just the uncertainty in position and velocity of particles may have led to these fluctuations, but is there more deeper meaning? Is there more reason for the fluctuations? That is a question that we will hopefully get to as well, which would explain the overdensities that led to the first galaxies and stars, okay? So that's also important to address here. Using the no boundary condition, we find that the universe must in fact have started off with just the minimum possible non-uniformity allowed by the uncertainty principle. The universe would have then undergone a period of rapid expansion, as in the inflationary models. During this period, the initial non-uniformities would have been amplified until they were big enough to explain the origin of the structures we observe around us. So this whole like expansion stuff is, of course, rapid expansion of course happened, but the initial non-uniformities, that is those little fluctuations or little uncertainties in positions and velocities of particles, would have been amplified until they were big enough to explain the origin of the structures we observe around us. I see. So during the... So dark energy also has a role in structure formation, because it's the rapid expansion period of the universe. Okay, this is something to think about for me. The universe would have then undergone a period of rapid expansion, as in the inflationary models. During this period, the initial non-uniformities would have been amplified until they were big enough to explain the origin of the structures we observe around us. In 1992, the Cosmic Background Explorer satellite, COBE, first detected very slight variations in the intensity of the microwave background radiation with direction. So I've been saying how the CMB, the cosmic microwave background radiation, is largely very homogeneous, very isotropic, etc., etc. But there are actually slight variations, and these slight variations are very important, because those slight little variations fluctuations, higher order perturbations, whatever you want to call it. These things can be called little fluctuations. These things can be called little overdensities. These things can be called higher order perturbations. But those have resulted in us having galaxies, stars, and us, right? Because we are in the solar system, which is from a gas cloud, which is from a nebula, which is from a star dying. So if you don't have a star to begin with, you're not going to have a star dying, and you're not going to make you and me, because we come from older stars that have died and spewed things all over the place around them, and eventually those form gas clouds, and then eventually those condensated to make the solar system. Can we get 10 likes? So these overdensities and these little fluctuations in the cosmic microwave background radiation temperature measurement that we have been now measuring for quite some time, and Kobe, this satellite, is one that picked up on this as well, actually did start to pick up these little variations that are of huge significance, because those little variations, even though largely the universe is uniform, those little variations matter a lot. So measuring those little variations is also of utmost importance. Okay. Can you explain in Malayalam? I do not know Malayalam, my darling. So no, I do not know Malayalam. So too bad and so sad. So the way these my nose is very itchy. I'm sorry. Now it's red. In 1992, the Cosmic Microwave Explorer satellite first detected very slight variations in the intensity of the microwave background with direction. The variation was with direction. The way these non-uniformities depend on direction seems to agree with the predictions of the inflationary model and the no-boundary proposal. Thus, the no-boundary proposal is a good scientific theory in the sense of Karl Popper. It could have been falsified by observations, but instead, its predictions have been confirmed. Are you feeling well? Well, I freaking hope so. 1 second. There's just too many hairs and whatnot. And maybe I have an itchy nose. There are some allergies seasonally that are happening, which may be causing this. I'm not sure, but it's very bright red at this time. Okay, I have to take my Zyrtec. Let's keep going. In an expanding universe in which the density of matter varied slightly from place to place, gravity would have caused the denser regions to slow down their expansion and start contracting. This would lead to the formation of galaxies, galaxies, stars, and eventually even insignificant creatures like ourselves. Thus, all the complicated structures that we see in the universe might be explained by the no boundary condition for the universe, together with the uncertainty principle of quantum mechanics. Thank you so much for being here. Can we get 10 likes? So, in an expanding universe in which the density of matter varied slightly from place to place, gravity would have caused the denser regions to slow down their expansion. So that's what I meant earlier, is that if there were not these variations in some spots, then expansion would always win, and gravitation would have no chance ever of letting things kind of cluster a little bit more, right? If things did not cluster at all, then we would not make galaxies and we would not make stars. It's funny how to make a star, you have to let gravitation win. But you also have to let something get so hot that it's basically got a nuclear reactor in its belly. And then you have to go against gravitation by doing nuclear reactions and keep yourself burning and as a star and not die. Because if you die, then again, gravitation is what will lead to your collapse and ultimate death. So it's almost like gravitation, and actually, no, gravitation wins in that case too. Gravitation takes that star, which was burning and is now done burning, and turns it into an even more compact object, such as a white dwarf or a neutron star or a black hole. So the ultimate win of gravitation is to make a black hole. You take something, make it even more compressed, make a galaxy, make a star, and then you take the star, and the win of gravitation there is to then turn it into a more compact object, even more compact, with even higher gravitational field, such as a white dwarf or a neutron star or a black hole, depending on the initial mass of the star. Okay. What are you allergic to? I'm allergic to tree pollen and grass pollen, as far as I know. I may be allergic to seafood, but when they were testing me, they did not really confirm with blood tests about the seafood allergy, but they found that I am, in fact, allergic to some environmental things, seasonal things. Well, I don't know. Some things. Tree pollen, grass pollen, that sort of stuff. So, okay. The idea that space and time may form a closed surface without boundary also has profound implications for the role of God in the affairs of the universe. With the success of scientific theories in describing events, most people have come to believe that God allows the universe to evolve according to a set of laws and does not intervene in the universe to break these laws. However, the laws do not tell us what the universe should have looked like when it started. It would still be up to God to wind up the clockwork and choose how to start it off. So long as the universe had a beginning, we could suppose it had a creator. But if the universe is really completely self-contained, having no boundary or edge, it would have neither beginning nor end. It would simply be. What place then for a creator? So that's that chapter. This was chapter 8 of A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. This chapter is called The Origin and Fate of the Universe. And the next chapter is called The Arrow of Time, which we will also get started with tonight and see what other insights we can gather from this. And then we will talk about wormholes and time travel, probably next time. The unification of physics, and that's pretty much getting towards the end of the book. I'm gonna have some water and then we will start Arrow of Time, okay? Still thinking about gravitation. You know what I mean? I think, oh yeah, so dark energy causing the expansion, but also in a way, maybe you get uncertainty. You have some uncertainty and you get those fluctuations, and then that allows gravitation to win sometimes. But then if there is dark matter, then that would also aid gravitation to win sometimes, and that's how you make the galaxies and the stars. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna take these big earrings off. Whew. Maybe I'll wear one for a second. All right, Well, the next chapter is called Arrow of Time. Let's see what he has to say about the arrow of time and how usually the time is going in one direction, the forward time, the forward direction. A little bit, yeah, sometimes. Hurt taking the earrings off, yeah. Kind of, sometimes. I think it's because it's already hurt. So it stings a little. Because I put them in and that kind of hurts. And like there's a little fatter part at the end. I think that's what hurts. Steven says good night. Good night, Steven. There, I made a little... I made a little loop-de-loop. All right, let me have some water and then start the arrow of time. Although I'm kind of getting a little tired as well. We'll keep going for a few more minutes, okay? And I see I have rash on my forehead too. This is all some shenanigans that's going on with the seasonal stuff. Some shenanigans do be happening. Do be happening. Okay, so I don't know. I don't think it's getting worse. I don't think so. It was worse. I had a lot more on my forehead. A couple days ago, I had a lot more. So yeah, no, I hope it's clearing up, actually. Thank you for liking the live. Okay, so Arrow of Time, we'll get started and then we'll say goodnight. In previous chapters, we have seen how our views of the nature of time have changed over the years. Up to the beginning of this century, people believed in an absolute time. That is, each event could be labeled by a number called time in a unique way, and all good clocks would agree on the time interval between two events. However, the discovery that the speed of light appeared the same to every observer, no matter how he was moving, led to the theory of relativity, and in that one had to abandon the idea that there was a unique absolute time. Instead, each observer would have his own measure of time as recorded by a clock that he carried. Clocks carried by different observers would not necessarily agree. So right, we understood the relative nature of space and time. Even in special relativity, we basically have relative time depending on your depending on your frame of reference. Chickpea break! Long time no see. Can you please like the live? Can we get 20 likes? Ver, how are you? How come I haven't seen you in forever? What's going on? What is going on? Thank you for liking. When one tried to unify gravity with quantum mechanics, one had to introduce the idea of imaginary time. Imaginary time is indistinguishable from directions in space. If one can go north, one can turn around and head south. Equally, if one can go forward in imaginary time, one ought to be able to turn around and go backward. This means that there can be no important difference between the forward and backward directions of imaginary time. I've been so tired and sleepy after work. And that is your excuse? Why can't you turn on the live and go to bed? I can do more early if you want. But this is when people join usually. Okay. Good job, chickpea break. Good job. Look, Baji's over here. Baji's on my lap. Good job, chickpea break. Very nice. I'll show you. Baji's on my lap. He's learning with us. And here's my protein powder. On the other hand, when one looks at real time, he seems so comfortable. He is. On the other hand, when one looks at real time, there's a very big difference between the forward and backward directions, as we all know. Where does this difference where does this difference between the past and the future come from? Why do we remember the past but not the future? The laws of science do not distinguish between the past and the future. More precisely, as explained earlier, the laws of science are unchanged under the combination of operations or symmetries known as C, P, and T. C means changing particles for antiparticles. P means taking the mirror image, so left and right are interchanged, and T means reversing the direction of motion of all particles, in effect running the motion backward. Dr. Krauss? The laws of science that govern the behavior of matter under all normal situations are unchanged under the combination of the two operations C and P on their own. In other words, life would be just the same for the inhabitants of another planet who were both mirror images of us and who were made of antimatter rather than matter. Wow! Antimatter rather than matter. Same life. If the laws of science are unchanged by the combination of operations C and P, and also by the combination CP and T, they must also be unchanged under the operation T alone. Yet, there is a big difference between the forward and backward directions of real time in ordinary life. Imagine a cup of water falling off a table and breaking into pieces on the floor. If you take a film of this, you can easily tell whether it is being run forward or backward. If you run it backward, you will see the pieces suddenly gather themselves together off the floor and jump back to form a whole cup on the table. You can tell that the film is being run backward because this kind of behavior is never observed in ordinary life. If it were crockery, manufacturers would go out of business. There you go. The explanation that is usually given as to why we don't see broken cups gathering themselves together off the floor and jumping back onto the table is that it is forbidden by the second law of thermodynamics. So if there is a quiz question as to why this does not happen, you can safely say, second law, my lord. Second law of thermodynamics will be at your service. But is there more to this story? Is there? Is there more to the story? We'll see. This says that in any closed system, disorder or entropy always increases with time. So the fact, because entropy always increases with time, the orderliness should decrease with time. In other words, it is a form of Murphy's Law. Things always tend to go wrong. I would agree. An intact cup on the table is in a state of high order, but a broken cup on the floor is a disordered state. One can go readily from the cup on the table in the past to the broken cup on the floor in the future, but not the other way around because of second law of thermodynamics. The increase of disorder or entropy with time is one example of what is called an arrow of time, something that distinguishes the past from the future, giving a direction to time. Giving some method to this madness called time. There are at least three different arrows of time. First, there is the thermodynamic arrow of time, the direction of time in which disorder or entropy increases. Then there is the psychological arrow of time. This is the direction in which we feel time passes, the direction in which we remember the past but not the future. Finally, there is the cosmological arrow of time. This is the direction of time in which the universe is expanding rather than contracting. So this is yet another definition of the arrow of time, where the universe is expanding rather than contracting. So this is good that we're defining this, because sometimes we get it all mixed up, right? So those are the three definitions of time here. The orderliness, the entropy increasing direction of time, psychological direction of time where we remember the past but not the present, but not the future, and then cosmological direction of time where the universe is expanding, as in the forward direction of time, versus the universe contracting. So, how very interesting. The three different definitions of the arrow of time. In this chapter, I shall argue that the no boundary condition for the universe, together with the weak anthropic principle, can explain why all three arrows point in the same direction, and moreover why a well-defined arrow of time should exist at all. I shall argue that the psychological arrow is determined by the thermodynamic arrow, and that these two arrows necessarily always point in the same direction. If one assumes the no boundary condition for the universe, we shall see that there must be well-defined thermodynamic and cosmological arrows of time, but they will not point in the same direction for the whole history of the universe. However, I shall argue that it is only when they do point in the same direction that conditions are suitable for the development of intelligent beings who can ask the question, why does disorder increase in the same direction of time as that in which the universe expands? Thank you, Chickpea Break. Are you a physics major? Yes. Why does disorder increase in the same direction of time as that in which the universe expands? What a great question to leave off. We will start at this exact point next time, which is tomorrow. Why does disorder increase in the same direction of time as that in which the universe expands? Thank you so much. Time to give you endless hearts. Thank you so much. Can someone do a super chat? That would also make my day. Thank you so much in general. Thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you so much. Can we get 20 likes? Can you please double tap and give us some likes? And thank you indeed. In which university? Well, I went to NC State University and Ohio State University. NC State, North Carolina, Ohio State. Both of those. I shall discuss first the thermodynamic arrow of time. So next time we will talk more about this. Thermodynamic arrow of time, psychological arrow of time, and cosmological arrow of time, and how all three might just agree, according to Stephen Hawking's argument here. Okay? Okay. Because in which university? Because a single object floating in nothingness can't be considered chaos. A single object? What do you mean? Thank you. Thank you for liking the live. Appreciate it. Ooh, it's 111 on my microwave. I wore these earrings. Now they're off. Thank you. A little tired today. I've got all the allergic. Hi, Baji. Baji has spread more fur my way. Swimming always makes me tired. Ooh. Here, you can look at Baji as well. Baji. No sleep yet? What's up? Let's chat. Everything is itchy on my face, but let's go ahead and chat. I'm afraid of touching my face now because I feel like it'll lead to more itches. No sleep yet. I see you haven't had chickpeas. No, today I had fried rice and palak paneer. Did you rewind? You should go rewind and see what I was eating. I started the live with some food. Yes, my friend made me palak paneer. Not in my house, but she made it at hers. You did? Okay, good. So my friend made me palak paneer, so I had that with some roti earlier. And then just now I had fried rice and palak paneer. Since you're cat owner, the odds are it's true. Have you sniffed the cats? No, it's not that. It's springtime, so I generally do have some spring allergies. Sleepy says, it's me, Shavi. Hello, Shavi. What type of music do you like? I like classical and popular and EDM and instruments. Just a bunch of instruments, and I like live music, concerts, symphonies, string quartets, that type of thing. Yes, I'm allergic to tree pollen and grass pollen. I guess someone made it because you're the queen of microwaves. Yes, a friend of mine made the palak paneer as a gift to me. And so that's how I had the palak paneer with the roti. This is my name from now on. Hello, Sleepy with the threes, Shavi. How are you? It's okay. You can change your name again, Sleepy / Shavi. No worries. I'll remember. Nice, classical and EDM all the way. Yeah, I like EDM, classical. Some popular, all that. Food as a gift. That's a good friend. Okay, I will change it to Shavi. You're changing it already? Bollywood hits. Yes. I love me some Bollywood hits. Baji, you better not scratch me. Baji, you better not scratch me. Baji, are you the one who's giving me allergies? Baji? Wish I'm the cat. Hi, Steve. Your nail is stuck, Baji. His nail is stuck in the blanket. Baji? Don't bite Mama. Baji's nails get stuck, and then when I try to help him, he gets really scared. It's okay, Baji. I know, right? Exactly. Yeah, I always get seasonal. I always get spring allergies. Look at who is now not looking at me anymore. Look at who is turned away from me. Turned away. What is this, Baji? How are you? Hi, Steve. Sleepy says, I dropped my phone on my nose and I smell blood now. Steve, are you trying to get chefed? Steve says hello from Germany. Hello to Germany. Hello, 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 hello. Hello to Germany. Look at Baji. He's clinging to my knee. He's clinging to my knee. What is this pose, Baji? He's clinging. Okay. Okay. Good. Now he's on the bar stool next to me. Dora has gone to bed. Reese, I haven't seen in forever because he's having a child. He's actively birthing a child. So, he's never here anymore. Reese, we're so sad that you don't join anymore. But we're drinking water because water's good. All right, guys, any other comments before we say goodnight? Any other comments, chat messages, love, hate? Anything more? I got tired today. I could have gone a little later, but I got tired. I have to go to bed. Maybe I'll make big plan. Maybe I'll do something surprising tomorrow. I have big ideas. I have big plans. I have big ideas and I have big plans. So tomorrow could be a big day. So I kind of want to rest. I did a lot of things today. I think that's why I'm tired. I did quite a few things. And the swimming actually makes me more tired because it makes me kind of cold. And then I feel tired and I want to snuggle up. Snuggle under bed. Under bed cover. I have a comment. Let's not go to sleep anymore. You're tired, yes. Hi, Ronan. Hello. Hello, Ronan Wolf. How are you? Are you trying to get taller? Yes, I am. How did you know? Chickpea break. Were you here during that whole debate? Oh my gosh, people gave me a hard time about not being tall. When I am tall, I'm so tall. And I tried to be taller. When I was young, I wanted to be 6 feet tall. And I tried my best. I tried my best to be 6 feet tall. But alas, I am not. Alas. Alas. Wolfie. Hello. Hi, Chickpea. Hi, Wolfie. Hi, Ronan. I'm okay. How are you? Ronan says your face is beautiful. Oh, thanks. Thanks. The genetics did you wrong. I know, right? It's the genetics. You just have to get on the space growth program. Less gravity, more height? Oh yes, Ronan Wolf and then Wolfie Wolf. Wolfie Wolf and Ronan Wolf, you can make friends with each other. Yes, now I have to swim to become taller. That's right, I have to swim to be taller. You have a good smile, thank you. Now I have to swim. I do. I have to swim to be taller now. Can you like the live? And Ronan, can you do a super chat instead of being so needy? I have demands too. Do a super chat. How about that? Don't waste my time. Oh God, what do I have to read now? Wolfie, shut up. Sit down. Oh, because your face is beautiful. $10. super chat for a ponytail. At this point, actually, you know what? $100. How about that? $100. $100 super chat. Let's go. Let's go. I got all the time in the world. I have a Google opinion survey to fill out in the meantime while you're thinking how to take your wallet out and do a super chat. Ponytail equal to 1. What does that mean? $100 super chat for a ponytail for 3 minutes. No, a ponytail for like the rest of the life. One like? You think I'll do a ponytail for a like? The rest of the life ponytail is $500. Let's go. That's what my mod said. See how chickpea break is my mod? So seeing that chickpea break is my mod. And he has decided that the rest of the live, $500 worth. The rest of the live, ponytail, $500. Let's go. And those angry emojis are not gonna do nothing. Rest of the live, ponytail, $500. Let's do it. Let's see how demanding you are now. Okay? $20 super chat. Why are you decreasing the amount? We just decided it's $500 for the rest of the live. A ponytail. 1 like. How cheap? How cheap? A torment for Wolfie is $1,000. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna fill out a Google opinion survey because you guys are losers. Aww. My friend messaged me. Not you. I meant the others. Don't worry. Trying to get you back. I know you are. Thank you, Chickpea Break. Thank you for trying to get me the bag. What happened to Mr. Ponytail Demander? I don't see any money. This is how I can shut people down nowadays. I can just demand money. This is the way. Chickpea, this is the way. Whenever somebody misbehaves, in fact, as my mod, you should know this. Whenever someone says something impertinent or they're misbehaving, Chickpea, can you ask them to pay money? Like, don't put them on timeout right away. And don't ban them or hide them right away. Just ask them for like $500. In fact, yeah. Pay money to stay. Do $500. Ronan, we'll be good if you do a super chat of $500. Or do you not make, or is that too much money in Germany? It's a free channel. Chanel, you mean? It's a free Chanel? You could get banned for free. You know, you call me pretty a little too much, makes me uncomfortable. So, unless you're paying, now you're a burden. Chanel, it's a free Chanel. Anyway, thank you for joining, Germany. I'm acting like an Aries these days. You know, Aries is my opposite sign. Usually Libras are very sweet, gentle, loving, diplomatic, peace-loving, just. And Aries is ruled by the god of war. But I'm trying to channel Chanel, my inner Aries. And I'm a Libra. And say my piece sometimes. Say what people actually deserve sometimes. You know, like I'm usually tactful, but it's more of a survival instinct to be tactful. Sometimes people deserve a lot worse. So is Tyson. Oh, Neil deGrasse. I mean, he's pretty charismatic, so I'm not surprised. The extortion tactics on point. It's not extortion. You'd have to do it. You'd have to do it out of your own choice, of course. Out of your own choice. You know? Ronan, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna survive. Don't worry, be happy. It's okay, Ronan Wolf. Tyson's birthday is in October, is that right? I mean, he's pretty charismatic of a guy. Makes sense. I'm a Capricorn, says Chickpea. Ooh! When is your birthday? January? Early October, World Teachers Day. Took a while to get to that video. What? January the 9th? Ooh, my favorite great aunt's birthday is January the 9th. Ronan, I won't ban you yet. Ronan, it's gonna be great. Welcome, Germany. Make Germany great again, says Ronan. Oh, I'm hella tired. Baby, says my friend. Weak legs. Also, your legs look good as well. My friend just said that my legs look good. Aw. I've been putting on playlists. I watched over 200 hours so far. I've been putting on playlists. Ooh, thank you. Hey, Right Kudo, can you also put play my videos and my older live streams? Can you play that? Can you play those? That would be amazing. Could you please play my live streams? Make Germany proud by sending a 3-figure super chat. Exactly. Exactly. Raikudo says okay. Thank you, Raikudo. Please feel free to pick one of my playlists and play all of the videos. In fact, if you go to my live tab, yes, the live tab on my channel, and play every single live, that would be amazing. Just amazing. And it's going to be a lot of really good topics and content. Also, dang, your legs look good as hell. I'll say thank you. This is one of my close friends from college is commenting on my legs. Very nice. Okay. This is the phone that I still get messages on from various places because it's my old phone. Some things don't work on my new phone. Raikuta gonna hear that high-pitched Baji. Baji! Yes. Little Baji Baba. Yes, indeed. Well, yeah, I have shorts too. Maybe you should start with my live tab. Those are like longer videos, you know what I mean? Those are like long video uploads versus the shorts and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I have of course I have over 2,000 videos. What do you think I am? What do you think I am? Everything included, of course. Of course I have a lot of videos. You gonna sleep and wake up to her reading some good books. Yeah, man. Get ready, Raikudo. Get ready, Raikudo, with the occasional water break. I have been not taking the water breaks. No water breaks anymore. None. My lives have been a little shorter, but generally no water breaks. But yeah, all the live streams together would be hours and hours because I go live a lot, almost every day. Although I've been taking the weekends off lately, but I go live every day almost. This coming weekend I should be able to go live again, like even if it's just a short live, but still I should be able to. And so I've been going live for a while. It should be like hours and hours. Hours and hours. I got you. I got you, Raikudo. Play me in the background. Go for it. Play me in the background while you do other things. I don't mind. I don't mind. Play me in the background. Already am. Oh, thank you. And the regular chickpea breaks. Oh. Raikudo says already am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Hi, Sachi. I feel you. Sachi's coming and tugging at my clothing. Which is a bit weird. Live on the laptop, videos on the phone. Oh. Well, thank you. I am glad I'm everywhere for you. Laptop, phone, bring it. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it, my friend. Bring it. Bring it. Put me on your phone. Put me on your laptop. He gonna jump up from sleep state. No! There won't be any panics. Only soothing relaxation. I am basically ASMR. Soothing, relaxing content. Soothing, relaxing sounds. Helps you sleep. Soothing, relaxing. ASMR. Where's my $500 super chat? Where is it? Your voice is soothing, especially when the ASMR doesn't work. I have an issue with being a rebel. Just be careful. Just be careful. Just be careful. Just try to be careful. Oh my, ah! Oh my gosh! I hurt my hand with my other hand. I know someone worse. They can't even watch their own video without passing out. Are you calling me boring? How dare you? I'm happy to say I'm a loyal mod who you won't have a bad time with. Yeah. Good. Good. Good, good. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. So, Chickpea, what did you have for dinner? Maxi Ghost! Maxi Ghost Hunter 86 is here. Hello to California. Chickpea, are you in California? I had lasagna. No, it's their voice. They lull people. Maxi Ghost Hunter 86 is here. Hello. It's 1:43 in the morning. I had chicken katsu. Wow. Hello. I'm saying goodnight to everybody. So I'm glad I caught you, Maxi Ghost Hunter. I'm just about to sign off. I'm from the Caribbean, Bahamas to be precise. Wow. We have Bahamas in the chat? Well, goodness. Welcome to the Bahamas. 10:44, yeah. You're in California, right? Welcome. For a while now, you're in the Bahamas? Hey, dude, I might come to the Bahamas. Should I say hi if I'm in the Bahamas? I just made it also. I was out shopping. Really? You're in the Bahamas? Holy crap. I should visit. Maybe I will. I'll have to do my Bahamas live. You should say hi, okay? I'll do my Bahamas live. From the Bahamas. Wow. No, I will do my live in the Bahamas when I visit. Bought ice cream. Yay, Mexidos! Did you enjoy your ice cream and your chicken katsu? I'm gonna do my live in the Bahamas. And you can mod and be like, I am in the Bahamas too. Sounds amazing. Checking my phone, sorry guys. Sounds like fun. Cheesecake. Pistachio and cheesecake. Sounds like fun. Kulfi. Who said cheesecake? Andrew. Hold up. I want some samples. Andrew, ¿cómo estás? Hola. Kulfi? Oh, their food is about to fall. One second. Oh. Fuji. Come, Fuji. Here's yours. Oh gosh. No, it doesn't. Oh yes, I'm so sorry about the Pope. Last time she said, 1 second. Hola, Andrew. Yes. Sorry about the Pope. Oh. Definitely a tower moment this year, or this week and this year. Oh, it's kind of cold. Maybe I'll turn up the heat. Let's see. Can I turn up the heat? I do have long hair, yeah. To the Pope, he gets to retire, yeah. You have long hair, my dear. Yes. Long hair, yeah. It's like a shirt. Came back saying sorry, looking all guilty like a mugshot. What? Who? Me? Me? What do you mean? What do you mean, boy? I have to use this broken phone to turn the heat on. Because I'm too cold. Mexico says wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. It's long. I may go to Boston soon. Mexi Ghost, if you're talking hair talk, a ponytail is $500 super chat for the rest of the... That's true. There was somebody who was requesting a ponytail, but they were being kind of demanding, so we said that it's a $500 super chat to get a ponytail for the rest of the live. You know, your choice. It was a guy from Germany. Oh. I'm not a ponytail. Ah. Princess Leia, and you got yourself a deal. I don't know what that means. Princess Leia. Oh, is that Star Wars? Once you get that ponytail money, make sure to contact Dr. Krause. Star Wars. Just get some sleep now under the red crust tomorrow, and I have to get there a bit early. Hopefully it doesn't drain my energy like it used to. Well, good luck, Raikudo. Yes, I should say goodnight as well. I'm pretty tired. Thank you everybody for being here. See you tomorrow. Please do play all my videos on the live streams. Please do go to my live tab and play every video. And keep it playing in the background. That would help a lot. And it could be your white noise or something. Thank you so much. See you soon. Bye. Good night. 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 Good night, dear friend. Good night. Bye. Thank